Hey guys, I just wanted to come on and share this project I've been working on with you. This is one of those photo trays. Its size is 12 by 12, but it holds 6 4 by 6 photos. And this is about my Great Danes. There's 3 of them on here, and all 3 of them are no longer with us. And you know, it's really hard. But this last one, losing Oscar just recently, has been probably the hardest. And I don't want to really get into a bunch of detail about it here because I'll be a mess, and it doesn't really make for good videos. So let's just get started. The paper is a paper line. It's an old paper line from Echo Park. It was called Woof, W-O-O-F, and it's quite a bit older, and I don't even know if it's available anymore, but that's what it is. And with just a couple of like bits and pieces from, you know, other things here and there thrown in there. So basically it is just an Echo Park, very small kit dog set. So the first, I'm going to move the camera a little bit because, you know, this one is just a photo of my hubby with Oscar. This is a boy that we just lost, and you know, if you ever have a chance to have a Great Dane or to know a Great Dane, just do it, because they're so special, so special. And you know, you won't regret it, I promise. So, you know, take that for what you will. They're just great dogs. Anyway, I put this photo here on here because this photo right here, these 2 boys, this was taken. We had just left a place called Dog Beach in San Diego area. If I remember correctly, this particular Dog Beach was like on one side of Ocean Beach, and it's all set up for dogs. Now, these 2 dogs were about 9 months old, and they were both at above 180 pounds. They were huge, just huge babies. And so we walk them down the beach, and we're in, you know, sunny Southern California, and there's dogs everywhere. And they're jumping in the water, and they're splashing in the waves, and they're having a great time. And then there's me and my 2 babies. We're walking up toward the water, and my boys they're already hesitant. And they're starting to whimper, and they're starting to, you know, to get a little nervous. They'd never seen this before. This was new to them. You know, we're not... You know, we don't live near, well, we live, you know, 3-4 hours away from the ocean, but you know what I'm saying. This was the first time they'd seen the ocean, the first time they'd seen water coming after them. So, you know, we're just kind of inching our way down the beach, inch by inch. And all, you know, here comes, you know, the tide. It's rolling in, and it gets closer and closer, and then it touches their feet, okay? I mentioned these boys were above 180 pounds. They were screaming, just screaming, like digging in the sand. You would have thought we were killing them, and they were standing in, you know, an inch of water. Only an inch. They made so much racket that there were people were gathering. There was a crowd forming. They were trying to, I was standing there holding their leashes, and they're both trying to crawl up my body. My husband had to come and like rescue me before they knocked me down into the surf. But they are just, I mean, just having a meltdown. So, you know, my hubby's like, well, you should try to get in farther, you know. So he tries to take them in there farther. And now they're just howling, screaming, howling. They're digging their paws in the sand. And this little itty-bitty, teeny-weeny, probably 3-pound Yorkie with bows in both of her ears comes over, and she just looks at him like, what is your problem? It's just water. And these dogs are just freaking out. They had never been in the water, and they were not having it that day. So we took them, you know, we took them out of the water because, you know, obviously we were trying to kill them. And, you know, they really hadn't quite gotten over it. This was they were back in the Tahoe, nice and safe, and just staring. They were so freaked out, afraid that water was going to come and get them. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. probably much funnier if you were one of the crowd gathering as they were screaming for dear life. And this is a photo of Oscar. And I put this on here because of the other one that I had put to show that, you know, part of this, you know, that Oscar made it into the water. He didn't love it. And the only reason why he was in this far is because I gave him to Dad and I walked away. I had to go hide because every time if he could see me, he kept breaking out and running to me out of the water. Oscar didn't love the water either. You know, he wasn't going to be running in it, but he did better than his brothers. So I added that photo on there. And this is just a couple of Woodies. I think they were actually called Woodies from Queen & Company. And this is just a photo of me and Oscar. And if you know me, you know that if I'll use a photo of myself, especially one that's looking that crazy, that I must adore this dog. Because I don't take pictures at all. I take the pictures, I don't pose for pictures. Does that make sense? I'm the one usually holding the camera. But this kind of represents our every morning. Every single morning for 30 to 45 minutes we had to sit together like that. Whether I read a book, read a magazine, watched TV, listened to music, watched videos, whatever it was, I had to sit with him and lay on him like that. And he would not, you couldn't function without doing that. If you didn't do that, it just wasn't, he would flip. He would follow you everywhere, try to push you into a room. You know, it's, when he wanted something was the only time he realized he was 200 pounds. The rest of the time he thought he was, you know, a lap dog and could get right up on your lap. So, you know, I just, that was so representative of our daily life. Just kind of, you know, me and my boy snuggling, having a good time, enjoying a morning. So I had to use that one, and it's just another chip from, you know, just a piece of wood chip from my stash, basically. And there is my big man in the grass, just kind of chilling. And I guess this really is more about the photos than the frame, but who cares? It's my video. Anyway, this is just a couple of, what are those things called? Epoxy embellies. And this is a Great Dane that was on a piece of pattern paper. I just cut it out with a punch and then stuck it on a piece of, you know, one of those wood squares. So that was that. And the last photo is this corner. And this photo makes me laugh. And it makes me happy because these red things, they're thickers. And until this very time that I did this photo, I was only buying and collecting thickers, not using them. So I was happy that I actually was able to finally break in and use my thickers. So this is a Christmas tree, and this is a dog laying in the grass. And the point of this is that I really like to have my Christmas tree up for Thanksgiving dinner. And my husband, being, you know, brilliant, I think he's brilliant, you know, is afraid I'm going to burn the house down. So he said, let's just invest into a really nice fake tree and you can have it up as long as you want. So we did. We invested in this beautiful, beautiful fake tree. Spent way too much on it, but, you know, it didn't matter because we're going to have it a long time. It was perfectly flocked. You know, I like my tree a little bit flocked, but not like overly flocked, like just a little flocking, not too much flocking, if that makes any sense. And, oh, sorry about the camera shaking. So we have this beautiful tree and put it up and there's no problem and it's decorated and obviously it's beautiful. You know, and with my broken back, it takes me a while to do things. So it takes a while for me to get all the things off the tree, you know, like it's a few days process. You know, you take some stuff off because you want to put it away nicely so it's nice for the next time you go to use it. And, you know, so obviously this is around January when I'm taking the tree down. And Oscar's had to have major orthopedic surgery on his leg. So sometimes when it gets really cold, he has to take, you know, a medicine every so often. It wasn't a big deal. He didn't, not too often, just if it was a really cold day and he was really stiff. Well, this happened to be a pretty cold day, and he was on his medicine, and had gotten everything off the tree, but it has crystals on it, like these little like chandelier charms, I guess you'd call them. It has that on them. So this is an empty tree. The lights are off. He just and he on his medicine. He just walked over. He looked at me, and gave me that, oh hallelujah, thank you for bringing that in the house look, and peed all over my Christmas tree, like all over my Christmas tree. Okay, let me just tell you, there is no amount of scrubbing and cleaning that gets that out of a Christmas tree. So, needs to say the tree had to be thrown away. And this is Oscar after he realized that he just peed on the Christmas tree in the house. He went outside and laid in the yard, and he didn't even want to come in. And it's crazy because he did, it's not like he was in trouble. He didn't even get yelled at. I was like, Oscar, what are you doing? And then it was like, he snapped. He was like, oh, this is wrong tree. Whoops. So anyway, that's my tray, and I hope you like it, and I hope that I didn't bore you too much. And again, if you ever get a chance to have a great day in your life, do it, because you will not regret it. And my last thing is, I just want to know, have you ever seen a more beautiful face than that? I know you haven't, right? Because it's not possible. That was my beautiful boy, right around his first birthday. Wasn't he awesome? Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.